A host of leaders and diplomats from the Caribbean community met to discuss matters of importance to the region and plot Caricom's future. Plans to bid for reparations for the transatlantic slave trade were firmed up, and appropriately, with the World Wide Web 25 years old today, leaders pondered a unified approach to making the most of ICT. Jonathan Chase has more.
TNT's delegation was among the last to arrive at the 25th Intersessional Caricom meeting in St. Vincent, but as outgoing chair, Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar had a key role to play in the proceedings. The Prime Minister says she's happy with the progress made at the meeting. One of the key items discussed was the development of information and communications technology, ICT. She says delegates plan to amp up ICT in Caricom with an agreed approach to take steps in three main areas.
The establishment of a single Caricom ICT space to enhance the environment for investment and production. Secondly, bringing technology to the people and transforming them to digital natives and digital entrepreneurs. Thirdly, cybersecurity.
Delegates also endorsed a new approach to human resource development based on a model Caricom will develop. The TNT delegation asked that the commission, which will comprise experts from around the region, include stakeholders from the private sector, public education and the labour movement as well. Mrs. Persad-Bissessar says progress was made on Caricom's plan to seek reparations from Europe for slavery. The plan, which is called the Caribbean Reparatory Justice Programme, lays out what demands Caricom members will make if and when they pursue reparations, including requests for debt cancellation, repatriation and formal apologies.
And we agreed in principle to this 10-point plan for the program. We also agreed that we would have to have further discussions with respect to a budget for making any claim, whether it be through the lawyers or through diplomatic channels or both.
Caricom leaders were joined at the meeting by diplomats from outside the region. A Turkish delegation attended to strengthen bilateral ties.
Turkey is now attempting to create a global space for itself in diplomacy and in economy. And he outlined that in great detail. All the foreign ministers were there and listened and asked critical questions as to Turkey's position on a number of matters, including the European Union, including Syria.
Foreign Affairs Minister Winston Ducaran says delegates from Spain and New Zealand also made the trip to St. Vincent with aims to strengthen their own bilateral ties with Caricom member states. Jonathan Chase, C News.
Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar wants to get more Caricom nurses in the country to address what she calls a dire shortage of trained nurses in Trinidad and Tobago. Speaking in St. Vincent at the now concluded Caricom 25th Intersessional Meeting of Caricom Heads, Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar told C News that with the newly opened San Fernando Teaching Hospital and plans for hospitals in Arima and Point Fortin, as well as the construction of a children's hospital in Couva underway, there is great need for nurses in TNT.
And so today, I extended an invitation to the honourable heads of the Caricom for those who have excess capacity with trained nurses and who will be willing to come to work in Trinidad. We've asked that they make requests to the government of Trinidad and Tobago, and so we can accommodate our family from the Caricom, and I don't mean blood family, I mean friends and family, of those who are already trained to assist us in healthcare in our country.
The Prime Minister also offered her condolences to Kellyanne Cottle and Emil Millington, parents of baby Simeon, the victim of a botched C-section. The Prime Minister said she is keeping a close eye on the investigation into baby Simeon's death.